Hey there, YouTube Samurai fans. How are you? Up for sale is my 86 Samurai. I've owned this for 20 years. Time to let it go to a new owner who can maybe do a little bit of what it needs. It has a lot of nice upgrade parts. It's got the GRS2 transfer case by Petrolworks, which allows for nice rock crawling, super low range. It has the 31-10-50 tires and wheels, along with a 5-inch Cal Mini lift, Rancho adjustable RS 9000 rear shocks, RS 5000 front shocks, 2 bumpers front and rear, and some nice engine mods. Has a Harley carb conversion for better performance, and Doug Thorley headers and Iskandarian cam. So it does need a little bit of body work and paint. That's very true. But I thought I'd do a cold startup and show you that. I'll give you a shot of the interior here too. Let me give you the kind of walk around. Has 2 modes. It has a bikini top mode here, which in temperate weather, this is real nice. It's colder. You'll want the heater on the inside maybe in chilly East Texas, and we've got a hard top to fit on here as well. Kind of a unique thing not many have. Also got all the full documentation, original owner's manual, Haynes manual, and the original, the Bible for this car, literally the factory Samurai service manual by Suzuki. So that was $90 back 20 years ago. I don't know what they're at now. Maybe they're hundreds of dollars for all I know. But the interior is in pretty nice shape. It's not all beat up because I've had a hardtop on here almost all the time. Keeps the dust out of the inside. And those are later model tracker seats. The dash is in reasonable condition. You know, it's not, I would call this interior not perfect and not beat up. It does have the door panel kit on there, and wired for CB radio. Got gauges so you know what the engine's doing. All right. And let me do a cold startup is what I'm going to do here so you can see it start from cold. Gauges, yeah, the engine is not warm. It hasn't been started up yet this morning. All righty. So I'll show you that. Pause you. Okay, pardon me. Zoom back out. The radiator is full cold. Alrighty. Does have a new air filter. Here's the new parts on it. New air filter, new clutch cable, brand new starter, brand new battery. Alrighty. Pardon the static shot, but I'm all alone. You do have to pull the manual choke when it's cold. Yeah, it'll take about 5 minutes for it to get up to temperature. In the meantime, mechanically the vehicle is solid and the sound. It drives well down the highway. Absolutely great off-road. And its only need is it needs a new brake proportioning valve. And there's an upgrade that eliminates the stock brake proportioning valve. So here, I'll show you the kit. If you put on this low-range off-road brake proportioning valve under hood, it eliminates the leaky brake proportioning valve that's mounted in the frame rail. The brakes do work well. Matter of fact, they're new at every wheel. Just only a few miles on them. But the leaky valve means that brake fluid is lost if it sits for a few days. So putting this kit on gives you that little adjustment wheel under the hood. It's a way better setup. The reason why it matters on this vehicle is it's short wheelbase, And frequently, if you're off-road or if you're going to do rock crawling, you're driving this thing in muddy, wet conditions. And the wider tires, the 8-foot wheelbase, the high height, all that means brake proportioning really matters. You want the brakes to hit each axle properly at the right time and the right proportion. So just a minor thing. Once it's on there and you set it, you'll just be good. But you do have to exercise caution. You know, the Samurais and all Jeeps are subject to rollover. Their thing that makes them so nimble also makes them have, you know, that concern that you need to watch out for. I'll adjust the choke here as it warms up. Okay, yeah, I just adjusted the choke. Alrighty, so I'm going to show it to you. I'll go back and forth and then drive it around in a circle here, pardon the static shot, and then I will endeavor to show it with a the hard top on it, and that may be video number 2. So look for part 1 and part 2. I will endeavor to link part 2. This is part 1 for sure, but look for a link or a comment that there's a second part. Okay, so stay tuned. There we go. I'll drive it around in circles to show you how she runs. And one key thing is this: all the electrics work on this. It's amazing, the 34-year-old Japanese vehicle, but everything functions: the lights, turn signals, brake lights, everything. Okay, there you have it. pictures of it in motion. So in a minute, I'll talk about the offers I've received and where we're at in terms of the kind of the minimum I'm looking for, and then we'll just talk more about that. Let me show you the hard top on it first, though. Okay, there's all the soft top pieces taken off the vehicle, and just some foam padding the top. It straps on a real obvious way, and we're going to then put the hard top on. All right. Okay, 6 or 8 screws hold on this attachment strip that you then remove in order to go back to the hardtop mode. Okay, so you're gonna, this little plastic piece comes off here. That's what receives the forward edge of the soft top. And then that weather strip underneath there will be renewed to put the hardtop on. That thing gets crushed down over time, so every once in a while, that one's at least 10 years old, so it's time for a new one before the hardtop goes on. That'll cushion things. And you can see once it's pressed down from hardtop use, it doesn't get in the way of the soft top attachment. Okay, here it is in all its hardtop glory. That took about half an hour to get the old one off, to get the bikini top off, and to attach the hardtop. It's 4 latches and 4 Allen head bolts that it takes to reattach this. And the weather stripping that goes in between them has been freshened because it was really old. The stuff that was on there was 10 years old at least. You can see how it opens up here. It's like a shell for your Samurai, and it just transforms how the thing rides and feels. The spare tire carrier and tire off puts too much weight on the back tailgate, in my opinion. It's a visual anyways. These tires will never go flat because they're so heavy duty. You're probably never, ever going to get any sort of a flat. Nice hitch on there too. I know it needs painted. That's part of the reconditioning this vehicle needs. And the reason it's not $10,000 or more is the little paint needed here and there. But that hitch is solidly attached to the stock tow bar. Samurais used to just have this as a tow bar, but we added this on the tube bumper. So it's really strong. You can tow a 2,000-pound trailer, no problem. Wired for it as well. Roddy. And I'll do a start up and drive around for you as well. Okay, let me just show you that now. Let me see. Pardon, while I get this camera set right. All right, a couple more things. It has a factory air conditioner, a factory tachometer, and a digital clock. That's the deluxe features. There was only 1 out of 20 Samurais had the factory AC, digital clock, and tach. So it kind of makes it a rare model. Back 20 years ago, I had a guy offer me $400 for my tachometer. I was like, if he wants it that bad, I don't think I'm going to sell it. So there you have it. A little funny little story. So let's see. Make sure the lights are on. Yeah, you can see side marker lights, tail lights. It all works. Amazing. Hey, I wish the Germans would do their wiring and the harnesses like the Japanese do, because that's pretty darn amazing. The center are auxiliary lights that come on. I've got a multi-switch, so they'll just come on depending on the 3 positions. You can have them off full time, on independently, or coming on with the brights. All right, so you're welcome to run them in any position, and they're very bright, very effective. Let me set the camera down for a quick go around. You get an idea what its movement looks like in hardtop mode. Okay, I hope that gives you all a complete, more complete view of how this thing runs and how it looks and a little bit of how it drives. Obviously, a thorough test drive on and off road be what we'll be doing with whoever kind of bids the highest here. I'm not 100% sure what to ask. I just know that I put the ad in when it wasn't running, and it hadn't run for about a year because I was doing some work on it, and the starter had gone bad and the battery died and all that. So, but it's got the new battery, new starter, new clutch cable, new fuel filter, and it all runs and drives real well. It does have an oil cooler on here, and I've only ever used synthetic oil in the engine. Gets good mileage too, can get well above 20 on the highway. But anyhow, here is, let me show you the weak spots are, it did have a slow speed 10-mile-an-hour tip over on muddy ground. And thankfully it wasn't bad, but it did tweak this windshield frame. Okay, so it could use a new one of these, a window bezel. If you have a donor Samurai, awesome. Or get one of these from a wrecking yard, or have a good body guy straighten it. And then when it's straightened, this could be fixed. What it is the top kind of got pushed. So there's a little fiberglass repair needed there. You can see that's riding about 1.5 inches lower, estimated. And that's all due to the buckled and pushed down window frame. But ironically, it all drives perfectly well. It was just a minor tip over on muddy ground, so I was only going about 10 miles an hour. Everybody was like, why did it tip? I'm like, I don't know. But that's life in a short wheelbase 4-wheel drive for you. But definitely needs paint. And the offers I've received so far, I put it in, as they haul it away. It's not running as of a month ago, and I'd said 2,400 or best. I got 70 texts and calls from 13 states, and I had one offer at $4,000, one at $4,500. I'm not sure how sincere that guy was. And then I had 3 or 4 at $3,600. So what that tells me, and that was before it ran, before it drove, before I did all that work to it. So I'm looking to start the offers at around 4,000, and we'll see how high they go. I'm not trying to gouge, but we do have some medical bills here that need to be covered, and so I am looking to get for whatever the market will bear for the kind of condition it's in. You could drive it today as a hunting vehicle, other than just fixing that one leak in the brake system, which cost you about $80 for that little kit I showed you the flyer on. And then it'd be 100% safe to drive every day. The heater works, the hard top's on, comes with the soft top. There is one thing I forgot to show earlier. I see it now. This fuel tank is an extra range 15-gallon tank with see-through feature. You can kind of see the gas level bouncing there at the top. That's super handy. These Samurais had a 10-gallon stock tank that was tiny, and you're always looking for fuel. This way you have to get more fuel. And it does have a rock shield on the bottom of it there. Alrighty, we'll give one more walk around. Thank you for watching the video. When this sells, I will pin to the video, in case I leave the video up, which I probably intend to do. I think I will. for futures reference for anybody else looking to sell Samurai and wondering what they're worth. I'll just put what the terms were, who paid, not who, but what was paid for it. And I will, please text me at the number that's either in the Craigslist ad you saw this video link in the East Texas Craigslist, late September 2020, or I'll put my phone number temporarily in the description beneath the video. So you can text me at that number. And basically, it's probably best if somebody trailers this home, in all honesty, due to the brake system leak, just for safety's sake and everyone's best confidence. Okay, the brakes do work. Matter of fact, they're very strong. It's just that the brake fluid leaks out, and depending on how far you are, it would probably be maybe not such a great idea to drive home. Plus, the reg is expired. It's been quite a few years since it was registered for the street. But I have the title as well as all the original documentation. I am the second owner, and put all these parts on here so I can tell you anything you need to know. Okay, thank you so very much. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.